Oranges are the star of this show, and I'm going to pluck mine straight from the tree. First of all, we need to cook the oranges. You get 2 big, juicy navel oranges, and you cook them for 2 hours in a pan of simmering water. If you've got a pressure cooker, you cook them in the pressure cooker for 20 minutes, as I have done. Oranges have cooked, cut out the navels and open them to look for any seeds. If there are any, remove them. Put your oranges, skin, pith and all, into a blender. Now blend. Keep blending your oranges until they're a lovely, smooth, creamy paste like this. Now get a 25 centimeter cake pan, and after lightly coating it in oil or butter, you flour it like so. Tap the flour around till the tin is all evenly coated like so. Here are our ingredients. 250 grams of sugar, 6 eggs, 250 grams of ground almonds. These were ground with their skins on. It just makes the cake more flavoursome. And a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Look at how good and wholesome these ingredients are. This cake is full of vitamins. I guess if it wasn't for the sugar, it could be categorised as a kind of health food. Now I'm going to preheat my oven at 170 degrees. Things happen very fast from here. Get your eggs into a nice large bowl along with the 250 grams of sugar. Now whisk your eggs along with the sugar. Keep whisking for about 3 or 4 minutes till the eggs and sugar have gone all light and frothy. Add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Tip in half of the almonds and start stirring them in. Now add half of the orange paste and stir that in. Now this is optional, but for a little bit of extra loveliness, I'm going to stir in a tablespoonful of honey. Now add the rest of your orange paste. Give it a little stir and add the rest of your almonds. Stir it all gently in until the ingredients are thoroughly mixed. Now pour your luscious batter into the cake tin. Now it's all ready to pop into the oven on the middle shelf at 170 degrees. It smells great already. The cake's been in the oven for 45 minutes now. It smells absolutely amazing. Let's check it out. Here it is. I'm bringing it out. Oh wow, look at that. It looks perfect. But I'm just going to check that it's thoroughly cooked. Just going to stick a fork in there. There's a couple of little crumbs, but that's fine. This is supposed to be a very moist cake. After leaving the cake to cool for about 5 minutes, just gently run a knife around the edge to make sure it hasn't stuck anywhere. I'm going to get the cake straight onto its serving dish like this. So there we go. And it's upside down so that there is no risk of breakage. I put another plate on top, turn it round, and there we go. Did you see how easily it came out of the pan? Didn't stick at all, just perfect. It can be fun to leave the cake just like this because it looks so plain, you know, just like an ordinary sponge. People literally gasp with pleasure when they first taste it. However, you can make it a lot more fun and even more delicious with a simple decoration I'm about to show you. Here I've got some very thinly sliced orange and lemon peel, which we're going to candy. I kept back a teaspoon of the orange paste, and I'm going to mix this with 1 tablespoon of icing sugar and a tiny drop of water. So it's quite a thin, runny consistency because really we're just adding this to the cake to give it a little bit of colour. So I'm just going to pour it on like that. And spread it across. So our cake is nicely glazed now and a little bit sticky, which is what we want. Add the orange and lemon peel and stir it around. What lovely colours. Stand over your pan because it can very quickly burn. When most of the water has evaporated, take the pan off the heat. It means that your peels are now nicely caramelized. I must say these peels are yummy. While they're still hot and sticky, I'm going to arrange my peels on top of the cake with a fork. As a final and purely optional touch, I've made a little bit of chocolate icing with 1 spoon of cocoa powder, 2 spoons of icing sugar and a little bit of water, and I want it runny. With a fork, I'm just going to trail some of the very liquid icing over the cake. I just want it to fall on the cake in random little swirls and drops. Here it is. Orange Sunburst cake. You don't want it to be too high. It's supposed to have a kind of frangipani texture. It looks rather sunny, don't you think? For a bit of added cheer, I've sprinkled on a teaspoon of icing sugar. And now, I really do think it's tasting time. Well, look at that. It cuts beautifully. I've got to say, it's fantastic. Moist, zingy, full of flavour. I'm really proud to share this recipe with you. Enjoy.